Doggy. What's going on, beautiful people? I pray that you are just doing incredibly, incredibly well. Listen, one of the most common questions that I get when it comes to real estate investors or new real estate investors is what to offer on properties, how to run comps. And on this video, I want to share with you my strategy on running comps. So this way you can confidently make offers and know that you are in the right ballpark. Okay. I know that so many new investors are terrified, right, of just trying to make sure that they running comps correctly and making the best offer possible. So I want to say, number one, give yourself some grace. Okay. You don't have to be perfect at this. There is absolutely nothing that we can't go back and renegotiate if we mess something up. So give yourself some grace, okay? And another thing is real estate is kind of subjective in a sense, right? I could put a property address in the description here in the comments, and I'm sure we would probably get like 20 different ARVs, okay? So all we need to do is be in the ballpark for the most part, especially when we're doing strategies like wholesaling, okay? Now, if we're flipping or buying, for a rental, we do need to hone in that ARV a lot more. But for the sake of getting these properties under contract and making offers, we need to just be in that ballpark figure, okay? In fact, I have a 7-minute rule, all right? And I want you to put that in the comments, 7-minute rule. If it should only take you 7 minutes to run comps, if it's taking you longer than that, you are overthinking it, okay? Now, what I want to do here is I want to pull up PropStream. PropStream is the platform that I use to run my comps with. I've been using them since I started in this business in 2019, okay? There's a link in the description there for a 7-day free trial. Check them out. I highly recommend it, all right? Now, I'm going to pull up PropStream and pull up some random addresses. Prayerfully, I don't get flagged. I don't know what happened last time when I tried to do a comping video. YouTube flagged the video and took it down. So I'm going to try to keep everything, what's the word? Just very vague and open here. I'm not getting anything that's not public information. All right. So let's say, for example, I want to go to Harris County, which is Houston. And I'm just going to find a random address that may be in pre-foreclosure or something. I'll say this too, as we walk through this and we talk through this, it makes the world of difference when you are in a large metropolitan area, okay? Do you see like how many just in Harris County alone? That's not even all of these other surrounding counties like Montgomery, Galveston, Fort Bend, and they have 3,100 pre-foreclosures, right? Versus if you live somewhere in Dinosaur, Colorado, you might have 2. The market matters, okay? And we can do a completely separate video on, different markets, market types, and pulling data. Let me know in the comments below if that's something that you want to see, and we can do it. But let me go to this random address right here. And we're going to pull this up. So let's say this is the property address that we have. We've been talking to a seller and we want to run comps on this property. So when you click on it, you're going to go to right here where it says comparable and nearby listings. All right, let's click on that. Now, PropStream will already have these selected. I unselect them. Okay. And it's already going to have a date range right here of 1 year out. So that's automatically, and it's going to have a distance of about a half a mile. For the most part, this is a good place to start and where I keep things. Now, you can also go in here and fine tune things even more if you're in a large area that has, multi-use facilities and things like that. But for the most part, I just leave all this extra stuff blank, right? Or on the default setting, I think would be the best term to say it. But you could, again, go in here and click on, okay, I want residential only. I want commercial only, whatever it may be. So it's not going to make a world of a difference because This just looks like a standard, single family house community. All right. Bedroom, bathroom count, bed minimum, year built. I don't mess with any of those things. Lot size, I don't mess with any of those things. As you see, the square footage automatically is going to pull properties about 1,000 below and about 1,000 above, something like that. Or what is this, 500? So the square feet on our house is 1979 or 71, and it automatically fills it in. So it's not, you're not getting or having properties that are 3,000 square feet pop up when your house is only 1,000 square feet. All right. So let's get back to it. So I'm going to unselect these. Now, when we're running comps, remember this little black dot right here is our property. Okay. I'm going to kind of scroll out a little bit, and I want to make sure that I stay within my pocket. I mean, this is a picture perfect example. I don't want to cross over 610 or Homestead Road or Carvana, whatever that name of that street is, right? We're staying right here in our little community, okay? And that's going to be ideal. Have you ever heard of the saying, the other side of the tracks, right? That's a thing. You could actually be going and crossing over, one of these other major intersections and be going into a completely different community, all right? So another thing that I want to focus on is properties that say MLS sold, okay? Now here, you see a lot of public record solds. That's okay. We'll just use what we have, all right? And this is a prime example of us not having a lot of data, right? I didn't go and find something that was cookie cutter. So this one that says MLS sold for 1,500, this is probably because it's a rental property, right? But this one right here sold for 333,000. So let's click on this one. This is nice. This house has been fully updated. I like it. Another reason that I can say that quickly, and maybe you can tell me if you disagree or not in the comments, but this house was built in 1943. This house does not look like this in 1943, okay? It's all new flooring, stainless steel appliances, granite countertops, new updated backsplash. Yeah, this is a picture perfect comp. They should have did something with that grass. New flooring. I love it. And you can always typically tell a house that's been staged in from a house that's just been lived in, okay? And so this lets me know that an investor did this. And so I want to click on this one for a comp. Now, if you notice, PropStream has pictures on this one, but they don't have any of the other ones. So that's okay. I mean, we can only use the data that's provided to us. I normally am only going to find between 1 to 3 comps. I don't need 20 comps. I don't need 50 comps. I just need anywhere between 1 to 3. I use what we have. Now, the other issue here that I'm finding, you see, I don't have any amounts on these. So one thing here in Texas, we're a non-disclosure state. So sometimes we don't have that data available to us. But guess what? We use what we have. All right. So now we know that we have that one solid comp, and that gives us a price per square foot of 184. Okay. This is what I need you to know when you're trying to figure out what to offer and what you're trying to do when it comes to making your golden formula offer at 70% of the ARV minus repairs. I need you to know that houses are sold on a price per square foot model. Okay. And so we would take literally that price per square foot of 184, and we're going to multiply it by the square feet on our house. Okay. I want you to pause this video for a moment and get your calculator, and I would like for you to do this with me. All right. So let me get my calculator here, and forgive me, I'm on my phone, but I'm going to get this calculator. So I'm going to take 184. That's our price per square foot. And I'm going to multiply it by the square feet on our house. That's 1971. So our ARV is 362,644. Okay. That's what this house can sell for when it is fully fixed up. Does that make sense? Right? Brought up to 2026 standards. Okay. New granite, new flooring, new countertops. We know that we can sell that house for about 362,000. Now, this is where we run our golden formula. Okay. So we take 70% of that, and we're still using our calculator, 0.70. That equals $253,864, right? Minus repairs. Let's say, for example, this house needed $60,000 in repairs to bring it up to 2026 standards. So I'm going to now subtract my repair costs, 60,000. So this is my maximum allowable offer on this property. 193,864. Okay. Now I wouldn't start there. I would probably go in, have a conversation with the seller, and maybe offer them somewhere around 170 to 180. Right. And then I know that I have a little bit of wiggle room to come up to my maximum allowable offer of that 193. So this is how we run comps. Okay. Keep it super simple. Do not overthink it. Use the data that you have. I know this video is getting a little long. We're about 12 minutes in, so I'm going to end it, and I'll kind of run some other comps too. So we have a series of these videos looking at different areas, different comps, different pictures, maybe even different cities or markets. So let me know if this was helpful to you, and I'll see you on the next one.